Hey guys, Mike B. Rolling here. Got a little bit of a different video today. I had a guy ask me, believe it or not, how to read a map. You know, he's newer generation, never really been taught how to read a map. So, there's a quick video here. Got my old Rand McNally, trusty Rand McNally Deluxe from 2004. I use this map for, oh my God, I just bought a new map, I think last year or the year before that. So I used this map for over 20 years, and I finally bought a new one, so I dug out my old one here to give you a quick lesson. It's actually quite simple. Of course, they're listed state by state in alphabetical order, and this is Indiana, and I've got this marked for a reason. And if you go to the back of the map, if you want to find, like say you want to find an individual town or city on Indiana, and you don't know where it is, you got a load going to, let's just say, Columbus, Indiana, and you're not sure where that's at, you come right back here to the back of the map, and what you'll see, wait a minute, where's my marker go? I'm gonna have to, I had a marker in here. Well, let me find it here, folks. Take just a minute. Okay, you're gonna come right back here. My marker fell out, and you'll see what's called the index in the back of the map. Index United States, and it's listed by state in alphabetical order, and there's codes on here. See if I can get the camera to focus. Well, let's just go, okay, there's C, D. We want to go to Indiana. So here's Indiana. We want to find Columbus. Let me find it first so I can get the camera and not be looking. Cool. There we go. See if you can see this. Focus, camera. Come on, you can do it. Well, it won't focus. So just trust me. It's Columbus. It'll say M-9. If you can see right here by my finger. Come on, camera. You can do it. Nope, it won't do it. Okay, it'll say it anyway. It says Columbus and then M-9. And what that tells you is you come back over here to Indiana, and if you look on the side of the map here, you'll see an alphabet grid, A, B, C, D, right down this side, and then across the top here you'll see numbers 1, 2, 3. That's so you can lay out a grid, and it's at the bottom of the page and the very top of the page. So Columbus was M9. So you're going to come down here and find M, which is right here, right? So now you got your line right here, and then 9, you're going to come down here and see 6, 7, 8, 9. So then you bring M across, 9 up. When you come across on M9, what do you find? Bing, Columbus. There's your grid coordinates. So it's very simple. M, come across, and it's somewhere in this line. Then you come down here to your bottom grid, there's 9, you come up, and boom, your finger will be right on it, Columbus. And I mean, every one of these little black, even these little itty bitty black towns, every one of them's in the index. So that's how you find, where a town is in a state that you don't know. And here's another trick that a lot of people don't know. This at the end of the index is the mileage directory. And what this is it is a whole big page after page that tells you same kind of scenario. You want to know how far it is from Bakersfield, California, and you want to go to, let's just say Charleston, West Virginia. So Bakersfield, Charleston, 2,370 miles. And that's Bakersfield, California, Charleston, West Virginia. Bring it down, line up the grid, 23. What did we say? Yeah, 2370. So, and it's all in alphabetical order. And it's all the major cities, not your little small mom and pops, but your major, sizable cities will be here, and you just go through. I mean, it's page after page after page after page of this graph, and that tells you how many miles it is approximately from city to city. This is the way we did it in the old school. And then all the way in the back, you had mileage and driving times, where if you want to know, like say, Indianapolis to Cincinnati, it's got a line right there, and on that line says 112 and then 156. 112 miles, hour and 56 minutes driving time, and it graphs out, and you can literally sit here and calculate old school, and know about how long. Of course, these were at the old speed limits. At the time of this, Illinois, I believe, was still 55 mile an hour for trucks. So, these numbers are going to be skewed. The newer maps will be updated, but yeah, that's your old way of doing it. And, of course, your speed and just all kinds of useful information. And I don't know, I think there was a section in here on weights. Used to be. Let me just bear with me here. I think there's Mexico, Puerto Rico. Nope. Well, in some of the older atlases, they used to have a section. No, I think it's in here. It's in the beginning. Yeah, here it is. In these first sections here of the atlas. I'm trying to hurry up here so it's not a long video. Motor carrier programs, operating authority. I mean, it tells you bill of lading, your driver's daily log, the fuel tax of the different states. I mean, these atlas, man, they used to tell you everything. Yeah, Mexican and California regulations. Yeah, this is how we knew. Telephones, area codes, the towns and what area codes were what. And, I mean, that's back in the day before the internet and before the smartphones. This is how you found everything. And then the second part of the question that the guy had was and then when you get to the city and you find your way to the city, how to read a map, blah 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 blah. How do I find the building? Well, good luck, because back in the day, the way we found the building was we drove to the town, and the local drivers of that town would be on the CB, and everybody cooperated and talked to. Sorry about that. Everybody cooperated and talked to each other, and you'd get to the town and you'd holler out on the CB, hey y'all, I'm looking for such and such a business on Primo Street or whatever, and somebody would know that business and say, okay, where you at, driver? Where you headed? And they'd talk you right in there, because back in the day, CBs had 5, 6, 10-mile ranges because people actually gave a crap, and they, calibrated their SWRs and, their big wattage CBs and linears, and you could reach out and talk a guy into a location that you knew. Everybody helped each other out. It's not like that anymore. I mean, hell, there are most trucks out there on the road today, I don't even think they have CBs, and if they do, they don't turn them on, But as far as reading a map, it's you got your main things like your blue lines here. That's it's got your number, Interstate 65, and it's a blue line, so it's a interstate. And then your orange lines are your state highways, and then your black lines are typically your county roads. Pink lines are smaller highways, and then these are your major highways. These are your kind of back roads highways, but they're still going to be paved and good enough road for a truck. These little black lines, those could be anything from a major gravel road to a blacktop road that's just out in the middle of BFE. But yeah. And then you got your bigger cities in the state are going to be they're going to be highlighted. And then like Chicago, that was one of the big ones. So one page this away. Chicago's got its own page. The whole thing of Chicago. I don't know how many times I use this page, man. Just unbelievable. I hate being there. Then you got, Indianapolis and the other, Gary. What else you got here? What is this one? Oh yeah, Central Chicago. So you got Chicago, then you've got this map that does all of Chicago, then you got this map that does this. It's a highlighted area of Central Chicago. If you're on this map, you're in trouble. You're in an area that don't nobody want to be. But yeah, that's just kind of the basics on looking at a map and how to read it. Of course, it's always facing, this is north, the emblem, and then you've got you got your measurements up here. So if you want to know, about how far is it from here to there? Well, you've got little pink, I don't know if I can zero in on it. See that little pink number 20? There's an arrow, a pink arrow, and then a pink number, and then another pink arrow. And that pink number is the mileage in between those two pink arrows, right? So and if you want to know a basic idea, and this is kind of a rule of thumb, 1 inch, see that scale is approximately 1 inch has always been knuckle to the tip of my finger. It's 1.4 miles. So if you're wanting to know, how far is it from here over to here, you just go one, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's about X number of, not I say 1.4 miles, it's 14 miles. Yeah. So it'd be like, oh yeah, that's 32, about 32, 33 miles, just because you could do a quick measurement and it gave you the scale, this scale up here gives you the scale of the map. So, and like I said, from your knuckle to the tip of my finger here was about 1 inch. So I could just, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, it's about that many miles, but, sorry for getting my fingers in front of the camera here. I'm trying to, I'm trying to look at so many things at the same time. But yeah, that's just the basics on how to read a map. And as far as getting to where you're going, you get into towns, man, they've got the way they name their roads. They might have 3 roads with the same name. One's court, one's drive, and one's avenue, or, it just good freaking luck. That's always been the problem of truck drivers is how to find a place. That's why back in the day, we all worked together so much and talked on the radio to help each other out, because it was such a nightmare. But nowadays you got Google Maps on your phone, you enter the address and it'll take you right to it. But, always double check those Google Maps and things like that, because that Google will put you, like if you got to go from, say, here, Lafayette to Monticello or something, you may think this is fat, or Google may take up here, cut over, 20 freaking turns, and oop, Monticello. No. You just go up and over if you're in a semi. Much easier, much faster. Always double check Google Maps, because it'll put you on some crazy roads that you don't want to be on. And, for a car, making 15 turns is no big deal. But for an 18-wheeler at 80,000 pounds, yeah, you don't want to have a bunch of turns. Stay on the highways as much as you can. But, anyway, just a quick video on how to read maps. But I got to start thinking about getting dressed and getting out of here. Finally got a load. This is Wednesday. I'm just now getting my first load for the week. It's pretty slow up here today, or this week. So, there you go. I might kick out 1 or 2 more videos before I head. I got about an hour and a half to kill, but y'all know the deal. Keep them questions coming. Like and share if you got any use out of this video at all, or if you just thought it was funny watching a goofball try to explain how to read a map. Give me a like and a subscribe, man. We'll catch y'all later.